Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense. Does common sense mean to simplify? Okay, not technically scientific, because scientific is more of an abstract thought. Okay, so when you come to my page, the universe has brought you here for a reason. From all the confusion, all of the fancy pages, and also all of the music to distract you. Like, this is the hardcore, common sense of going about things, in less than 10 minutes, okay? If you have any questions, just ask me below, okay? This video, okay? And don't be an imbecile and say insults and stuff. You don't know me too well. I'm the type of person who is more on the left-hand path. That is what this video is going to be about, the left-hand path. I'm also going to try to make another video so people can understand what pandemonium is, okay? But basically, in a nutshell, I'm going to talk about it here, okay? So you would know and understand. Okay, now, the left-hand path is basically, you're choosing knowledge, okay? Or the dark side, like I said before. You can find knowledge also in the light. But to truly want knowledge is to have knowledge for yourself, internally, okay? And if you want knowledge externally, then you look towards outwards. You don't really care too much about yourself, okay? So you have to understand that simple concept of what is, the left-hand path, okay? Because I'm on the left-hand path. My path is to suck your soul, because your soul is irrelevant, because you chose to use your soul for external to be followed. So instead of following that God, like Jesus, Shiva, or something like that, I'd rather consume your soul because of your own negativity. Like, a lot of people who choose the right-hand paths are mostly hypocrites, okay? Because they do not give to the world. They're not very kind. It's only a handful of people. It's strange, though. But the dark side, okay, which is not technically evil, okay, which you may think, is more focused on the self, okay? And the right side is more focused on externalness, right? So you have to understand that, people who tend to be more loving and more giving is more on the dark side, okay? All right, because a lot of people out there do consider themselves Christians and stuff like that, and that's confusing as hell to me. Okay, people, you're a Christian, okay? You don't even know yourself, but you haven't given to nobody. You may donate 1 or 2 times, but you know how many times I donated? Okay, to the needy, to the hungry. Like I said before, the left-hand path is itself, it's knowledge, and it's the darkness. That's where you find it. But there's a trick with it, though. And if you're on the right-hand path, you're on the right. Okay, you're most likely to be a hypocrite. And your follower, and many other things, okay? And many other things. You have to understand this, okay? Now, I'm reading from paper because there's a whole bunch of stuff. In 10 minutes, I can say, okay? That will blow your mind, okay? Remember, okay, when you choose, the pandemonium is basically, if you look in between the word, it's called, you see the word demon. That means you're letting the demon, the chaos, and the confusion out of the box, okay? You know what I'm saying? There's many stories in which people can relate to pandemonium. Back in ancient times, there were great wars because of the demons that actually manipulated the women to convince the men. And a lot of men who were mortal died, okay, in this great war. Or you can go to the witches of Salem, okay, Many people were killed because they had magical gifts and stuff like that. But you got to realize, in the book of Enoch, they were bamboozled. Some of those demons were bamboozled and got thrown down into the abyss, okay? And Enoch saw him, and he went to heaven and talked to the so-called universal God and said, can these individuals who got tricked, and they asked for forgiveness, and guess what? The book of Enoch says, he took the petition of all of the demons, okay? The leaders, the legion ones, okay? Went to the heavens and asked God, can they be forgiven? And God said no. I thought God was a loving God, okay? But since God simply said, hey, they should have known better, okay? They disobeyed. Now they're trapped down there for some like eternity. Remember, this world, okay, is a prison, okay? It is meant to be this way, okay? And the only way to leave out of it is when you complete your mission, okay? You don't know what your mission is because you chose to come here. It is an exciting world. You're leaving from the other side because it's so peaceful or perfect, you want to say. Or maybe it's not perfect, okay? And like I said before, if you use common sense, you'll say possibilities and probabilities. We're not going to talk about atheist, agnostic, or theist here, okay? But I made a video about that stuff, right? It doesn't matter if you halfway believe in it or smallly or greatly, you're agnostic or gnostic, okay? If you just believe in some sort of possibility of it, okay? Well, agnostics don't believe in at all. See, like I said, in short, theists believe automatically. They're followers. They're on the right-hand path. And atheists are more on the scientific side. They don't believe in no possibilities either, okay, of a God, okay? But they say they do, okay? So we're going to keep it like that, okay? Now, agnostic and Gnostic are there for a reason now, okay? It's called possibilities and probabilities, regardless if you believe or not, okay? The wordplay is irrelevant, okay? Now, let's see. You came here, okay? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you a little secret here. There are portals in the world where the dark ones, okay, the left-hand path one, have opened up in this world, which are forbidden for human beings to go because there's demons coming out. There's already demons amongst us, okay? There's demons who look like humans. There's demons who are invisible. The demons speak to me sometimes, okay? I listen to all three of them, dark, gray, and the light, okay? So why would you talk to someone who's just completely for the dark, okay? When you can talk to me at the same time, and you can be all three, okay? And then at the same time, you can actually overcome with joy of yourself, okay? Using simplicity rather than complexity. Your mind cannot handle all of the knowledge that is given to you. What regardless if it comes from the Kabbalah or the Tree of Life, all that knowledge is irrelevant. It's all about yourself and where your path is going to go when you die, okay? And now you know better not to follow the masses. This is common sense. And the Bible tells you that the many are falling down the broad road. So follow down the narrow road. The Bible actually tells you this in riddles, okay? Let me see, okay? Demons and women interloped together to have children called the Nephilim, okay? So you should automatically know that if the witches was exterminated, that this world is pandemonium itself. We are in the world of demons. We are already in hell, okay? We are in a state of so-called limbo, all right? Okay. Just use that common sense there. Even the Bible talks about it. The Bible tells you many truths, but nobody listens to the book. Most people who are just religious do not even read their own religion. Isn't that sad? That's common sense for your ass, okay? Let me see. You read the book of Enoch, you can tell them that this God that created this world is not a very forgiving God, okay? Not a God of love, okay? If you read your Bible, it tells you straight up too. That's your proof right there. Not a God of love. Killed many people without no reason, okay? Let me see, okay? Let me see, did I say everything I wanted to say? But just remember that we are all in a prison, okay? There is always a battle for your soul, okay? I've talked about everything I could possibly talk about. And then the best thing, universal God, there's different levels, okay? There's a universal God, which I believe that does exist. And then there are God deities, okay? These God deities are the ones who's in this turmoil too. They probably come into this realm, this material realm. There's many unlimited amount of dimensions here, okay? And so you got the universal God, which is out of it. He's not even in it because I already told you came into this realm, okay? This is another dimension, you could say, with the demons in hell, even though we can't see all of the demons. And then after the universal God, then there's the deity gods who created worlds and stuff, things that we can see materialistically, okay, in this realm and scope, okay? And then after that, there are these higher level beings, okay? You want to call them aliens or grays and stuff like that. You know, it doesn't matter. Egyptian gods are deity gods, okay? And then you got the alien grays who are just another species of race, just like us, who are in human form, okay? So use common sense. As you do research, you start to put things together. It's simple, okay? It's not hard. There's no need to try to metamorphosize a word, okay? Which you can be manipulated, okay? There is no need for that. Because God, the universal God, is you, okay? All right? You understand what I'm saying? It makes you look like I'm looking away from the camera, but I'm looking at, there you go. Yeah, I see you, okay? I see you peoples. You are part of the universal God, okay? So if you see a tunnel, you have a right to be skeptical. The universal God understands this, all possibilities and probabilities. So please understand the word pandemonium, okay? Please understand that you don't have to be bamboozled by confusion, okay? Because pandemonium is confusion, okay? When there's peace, when the balance is disturbed, that's because some people on the left-hand side wish to obtain that power for the negative reasons. And remember, whatever you do, karma dharma comes back. But me, I'm a soul devourer, okay? I usually feed off the negativity of people. Because there's a pattern here. People who usually on the dark left-hand path have a terrible history. They have probably been abused or hurt and stuff like that. Yeah, that happened to me. But use common sense on it, okay? And also, many people who are on the right-hand path, have probably been abused too. But I think the dark ones, they use more of the intellectual mind, okay? The dark side, choosing the dark side. Peace and love to you, brothers and sisters of light and darkness. 10 minutes. Hallelujah. Peace.